Magic of creation. They come up with ideas, they look for new solutions, collaborate to create original projects. Co-creation is what inspires them, pushes them forward, makes them stronger. They affirm eternal values of life, making this world a little better. Creative personalities and groups, authors of non-trivial ideas and projects, phenomenal theatrical productions and films, people of science and culture who once decided to amaze the world. In documentary series Magic of Creation. Ustut Plateau, beautiful landscapes, quaint nature-made stone castles and sculptures, huge lifeless areas. There are just few places like this in the world, places with unbelievable amount of mysteries of nature. Mangistau region is among them. According to the legend, 362 Sufis came to these lands in the distant past. They brought Islam. In Mangistau, this number, 362, is still considered sacred. The number of holy places and historical monuments here exceeds 11,000. Every single one of them contains unsolved mysteries. Adventurous travelers, enthusiasts, photographers and artists are drawn into these places. This passion for adventure, a keen interest in the history of their land, united young people from Aktau. They called their team Expedition 362. We were established in 2012. It is partially our achievement that since 2012 the flow of tourists in Mangistau region has significantly increased. I'm not saying that this is just our achievement, but some part of it can be attributed to the work we are doing. We are mainly disseminating articles and information about our nature through the internet. At the moment, we cumulatively have nearly 100,000 subscribers, including all social networks. Not that bad for a provincial city like Aktau. Thirst to create and love for travel, these two things had brought Expedition 362 team together. Prior to hitting the road, young people had to learn about whether this type of activity is developed in Kazakhstan or not, and to which extent. They concluded that no one seriously worked out the system of informing people about touristic attractiveness of Mangistau. We are lucky to live in a region that has at least 25 historical and cultural spots, beautiful places with great tourism potential. So we are preparing for the road. It's not going to be easy. This is our second attempt to reach Buluoy cave. This time our coordinates are more precise. The only thing is that it was raining for a couple of days. It's hard to tell what the road will look like. We are hoping to show and tell our audience about this mysterious Kazakh cave of Ustut. Let's hit the road. And then our problems began. My car was the first to break down. I landed right on my bottom. We were looking for hard times. We got them. We maintain positive attitude. It's all good. The only thing, my car disappointed me. It needs more lockups. Thanks God, we have 2 more cars. Marat's car pulled out mine. This is how he saved our expedition to Belyoyuk. We thought we are done there. We've made great shots of Belyoyuk cave from new perspectives. We were trying different things. Reaching there is an interesting journey. Finding it wasn't an easy task. We managed to get there only on our second attempt. The journey takes 2 days. The cave itself was not known yet. In that moment, it was still a mystery. We were actually the first to tell about it.
Самое интересное, что наша Устюрская, вот эта пещера Белоюк, она образовалась.
The most interesting part is that this Usturt cave Belyoyuk came out of nowhere. 140 meters deep cave with lake at the bottom in the center of Usturt plateau, a wide flat steppe. It's not clear how it was formed. Scientists can't figure it out to these days. There are several caves in Usturt, 2-3 that we know of. I spoke to local archaeologists and geologists, and they claim that there should be many more caves like this in Usturt.
Я разговаривал тоже с нашими здесь местными археологами и геологами, говорят, что на Устюрте таких пещер должно быть много.
Such road journey, especially in steppe, is like a test. If a person doesn't seem to fit it, cannot keep calm in such extreme conditions, it usually shows in 3-4 days. Our team consists of people who are ready to be driving for months, and everything will be quite stable. Yevzhan Jumayev is a cameraman, an editor and light technician. Shortly, he's the one who creates documentaries about Aktau team adventures. He acquired technical skills on his own, read a lot of literature on the internet, learned from his own mistakes. Today, he is certain that he loves what he's doing. Dentist by training, he has found himself a new vocation.
В медицине очень строгий алгоритм есть в любом заболевании, в любом диагнозе нужно выполнять.
There are very strict algorithms in medicine. You have to follow certain order of actions in case of some disease, any diagnosis. In creative profession, like a cameraman or photographer, you can do whatever you like. You can shoot what you like. You are completely free to do what you think needs to be done. Yevzhan is not just a cameraman, he's a doctor with diploma. During one expedition, we were given a tour for a group of people. There was a girl who suddenly felt sick. It was great to have someone who knows these things. Yevzhan looked at her, diagnosed, gave medicine and urgently returned to the city with the girl. As it turned out, his diagnosis was correct and he gave correct medicine. This saved us.
Лекарства верные дал, и, в общем, это очень нас спасло.
These are all pictures drawn by Suat. Look at this one, he painted it on the go. We were on our way to Uralsk on Western Kazakhstan expedition. He's an expedition enthusiast, draws everything he likes. Are you drawing again? Well, yes, what else to do? Saud Kusainov studied painting in Almaty at the Zhurgenov National Academy of Arts. Young artist's talent and a unique outlook for the world was immediately noted by his teachers. He was expected to have a great career, but Saud returned to his homeland. Mangistau inspires him. He has found what a true artist inside him searched for in Expedition 362 team. This is freedom. Here is where I felt it to full extent. Here I am in solitude, in harmony with nature. I make sketches, draw, and frequently go out of town to watch the nature. What else can an artist wish for? Saud draws non-stop. During the trip in the office, friends understand his works. They highly appreciated the surreal frescoes that Saud put up on walls of their office. The Caspian Sea, an eccentric woman. These paintings express the freedom of an artist's spirit. It can be interpreted in different ways. There are many dualities. You may look at it either way. But personally, I think this woman can be associated with unbridling, with the same desire for novelty we had when we entered the Mangistau region. This is mullet. Mullet is a widespread fish here, though not originally from here, imported. Saud helps us a lot. It seldom happens when someone would like to make food right after doing beautiful shots. Saud is not like anybody else. He can immediately switch from one another. You may see him painting quietly, then next moment he will be making food and after that taking pictures. All three of these things will turn out to be amazing. Come on, Ikhtiandr. More good frames. How's water? Ice cold. Probably 12-13 degrees near the shore. Further there, 10 degrees. Antarctic and a desert. Yerlan is our leader. This kind of a person is needed here. Arriving in such place, confronting unusual situation, requires a person who would say, "Guys, come together. You do this, you do that, you are doing all of this." That is when the teamwork begins. Anvar and I, besides the fact that we are photographers and cameramen, have other professions. Stand-upper, so to say. We also have a driving education. In difficult conditions, when we are on the road and it is less than ideal, our motorist profession comes in handy.
Наша профессия автомобилиста часто нужна.
During one of our last trips in Karakabak Gorge, it was freezing. We had so many problems. In order to really feel the peacefulness of the nature, you have to get away from the city's bustle. This time the expedition heads on a hiking trail. A group of enthusiasts just like them, Akhtar Off-Road and Legion 12 groups, will be waiting for them at the end of the trail. It takes a decent preparation to be able to cross the plateau on foot. Ustut doesn't tolerate the weak, but even experienced travelers can be taken aback by surprises of the weather. Get up! What time is it? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The tent is useless, completely flooded with water, zero protection from the rain. Though it protected from the wind, however, this wasn't making us any happier. We waited for the dawn. This expedition proved to be the harshest. Cold rain, piercing wind, slippery rocks tested the stamina of our on-foot team. Motorists had their fair share as well. The road is literally impassable when it's raining. Brooks turn into rivers and in some places into a marshy swamp. We have faced many problems from the very beginning. Naturally, the first thing is a big depreciation of our extreme trips. For example, we lost 2 cameras while in Kazakh. Cars got broken down in Bulioyuk. We don't have permanent sponsors and we don't ask for it. We are not accustomed to these things. The main goal that we subsequently identified is the impact on young people. We want to demonstrate that it is possible to do something you really like with your own resources. Life is not limited to just pumping oil or, if not, sitting at home complaining that you don't have a job. You can do what you love and earn money through it. This has worked for us. We make money taking photo and video pictures on the side, or by providing tours. We then use this money to invest in our fixed assets, so to speak. Mangistau region is a unique natural and historical region. The richest fossils deposits containing almost the entire Mendeleev table, monuments of antiquity, almost intact fortifications through which the Great Silk Road had passed, and most importantly, the enchanting and inspiring nature of Ustut. All of this attracts thousands of tourists to these fabulous places. Some of them are very inquiring, curious people. Members of their expedition prepared several interesting routes for people like that. In order to do so, they had to substantially revise their knowledge of the history, geology, archaeology of the Mangistau region. I must say that we have become some sort of local historians of our region. It's very pleasing. It is very important to convey to people, not just show the place itself, like Sherkala mountain. It is important to educate the tourists, tell them that this is where the Turkmens fought with the Kazakhs. Someone was defending at the top, others were at the bottom. Kızılkala is nearby. It's an ancient settlement founded before the 10th century. It had its own minting house. The Silk Road passed here. Tourists take this kind of information much seriously, makes it more interesting. They look at this mountain, contemplate, seeing new mysteries of Ustut. During 5 years of its existence, the members of the expedition have studied their region well. They know all dangerous slopes, places to hide from wind and rain, how to overcome a lifeless, desolate desert. At the end of the trip, they often take tourists to the sea. After all, the Caspian Sea is the main attraction of Aktau. The driving force behind their new projects is never-ending creativity. That is why the number of their followers, these enthusiastic, adventurous people, grows each year. In addition to that, Expedition 362 itself has become the biggest bonus that we expected or anticipated. My son is 3 years old now. In 20 years, he will see these videos and will know who his father is, where he traveled, who were his friends. We are working for the history and for ourselves. The hot summer is ahead and the expedition members, yet again, are packing for a long journey. After all, there are so many mysteries of Mangistau that need to be resolved, so many unknown roads to follow to ignite young hearts with their passion and pass on their love for travel.